There's a game called Risk of Rain. Oh yeah, should we do an intro?
Welcome, guys, to another edition of Bullshit in Video Games. This is Brian and Arman. How you guys doing?
Yeah, what's up, everybody? I guess that will do. Risk of Rain 2. Everyone is blowing up about this, man. Everyone won't stop talking about it. And just yesterday, a sale ended where they were given buy one, get one free. And I didn't buy it, Armand. I thought about buying it. I was going to give you the other copy, and I didn't.
You are an asshole.
I know. What a piece of
You
shit.
are...
What a low-life, worthless, fucking godforsaken, shit-kicking son of a bitch.
It's like you don't have any manners.
But the game, it got overwhelmingly positive reviews, 97% on Steam from 5,300 reviews. It looks like a really simple, just like, I don't even know what does roguelike mean? It says that that's the genre. What does that mean?
Like, costume styles, I guess, like steampunk would be one, I think. Roguelike is like leather wearing, I guess. That's what I'm assuming it is. Right?
You're on Steam, right? Look
No,
it up,
it's Steam. You know Steam. I never really open it. It takes like forever to update. It's just popping
Okay.
out, and that's asking.
Well, it's weird, man. It's kind of like, let me read you the key features. Play 4-player co-op seamlessly through Steam, no more port forwarding. Unlock over 75 items over time, keeping each run fresh and full of challenges. Play and unlock new and returning survivors, each with their own abilities to master. Theory craft and exploit endless item and character combos. Encounter challenging monsters and enormous bosses. Explore massive handcrafted 3D levels. Discover lore through the collection of monster, item, and environment logs. And finally, challenge your friends and the world in all new Prismatic Trials, a unique seeded run where everyone can race up a global leaderboard.
What was the game called?
Risk of Rain 2.
Risk of Rain 2.
Apparently the first one was a 2D game.
Risk of Rain.
Oh, yeah, the first one's a side scroller, it looks like. I'm looking at it right now.
Dude, this shit looks awesome. It's like an MMO.
No, it's like, I really don't know. It seems like it's the kind of game where you're just going to get dropped in and you, like, run through the level killing monsters and stuff and collect loot. I'm not sure, honestly. I should have gotten it yesterday.
Yeah, man.
Hey, man, why didn't you get it, man? Exactly.
I didn't know about it. Haha. So it looks it's like very cartoony. Looking at how do you pronounce GIFs? GIFs?
Yeah, I think it's a GIF or a GIF. I think it's a GIF.
Yeah. It's kind of cool. So
Do you even meme, bro?
the 2D version looks kind of cool.
You mean the first one? Well, clearly, if we're gonna play, we should play the 3D one. According to the reviews, it's a very legitimate sequel. Like they did a good job.
Positive reviews and everything.
Oh, the reviews are unbelievable. Overwhelming support.
Yeah, bro. What is this?
What is
Oh,
what?
it's just another game. Another roguelike game. I don't know. It looks like Exiles. What was that game called? Path of Exiles.
I don't know.
Path of Exiles, yeah.
Oh, okay. Dude, there's so many games on Steam, it's fucking overwhelming. Didn't you say you played Warfront?
Warfront? Which one, though?
Yeah, or Warframe?
Warframe, yeah, Warframe. I played Warframe.
Is that some good shit?
Yeah, it's free. it's worth a shot. I would be playing it if I didn't have Destiny. Um,
Oh, is it like the same shit?
kind of, yeah. You'd probably think so.
Alright, oh fuck that game then. Instantly lost interest. It looks pretty sweet though. I'm seeing it on here.
Maybe we could do like a let's play together with a game or something. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I'm down once I get back and we can do it. We can LAN party in the
All right,
house.
all right, all right.
Also, I would like to start doing some Twitch.
Yeah.
Specifically with classic WoW.
Yeah, that's easy. That's like a guaranteed we're gonna do it.
Yeah, I'm really not trying to Twitch anything else though. I don't think I could sit down with the expectation that I'm going to play anything else as much, or like enough to justify it. Does that make sense?
Yeah. It's like if you want to do it or not, type
yeah.
stuff.
Well, maybe Factorio I could sit down for long enough to base a Twitch channel on it, but maybe nothing else.
You can still play hours of Factorio.
No, I haven't in a long time, but it's just because I've been so busy. If I truly had a free schedule, I would be playing Factorio. I'm up to 909 hours in Factorio.
Jeez, that's World of Warcraft comparison numbers with it.
Maybe there's a similar. Let's see. Let's divide it by 24.
Yeah.
That's 37 days.
That's decent.
That's pretty. That's a lot.
That's
pretty good. And 173 hours in Total War Medieval 2 Kingdoms, which would be Third Age, which is what I'm playing.
Mm.
I'm racking up some pretty good hours. It's because of all the Let's Play stuff. I don't actually play this much when I'm not doing Let's Play material.
Mm. Well, I'm just playing games like Evolve Stage 2. That game is just a multiplayer now. And I'm so I don't think I'd let you know about the what's it called? Ace Combat. No, we did a podcast about it actually. Where it was all just DLCs.
Yeah, they changed their model,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, that's really unfortunate.
Everything's pay to play.
It's really disappointing. I wish it wasn't that way.
Sekiro. How do you actually say it? This new game came out. 10 out of 10. 9.9, 9.5 out of 10.
Yeah. Fuck those reviews, though. I mean, you remember back in high school when those reviews didn't mean anything, and now they mean even less.
It's like they wait until everyone's so tired of like the games that are out, and then they come out with this like highly graphic generated like hack and slasher, and like they'll barely just like it enough to give us a good review. And then they're like, it's a new game. It's
also I'm convinced that these are all just review shops. Like let's read them off here. IGN, Gaming Trend, Game Informer, GameSpot, Power Up Gaming, Destructoid, Fandom, Atomix, Gaming Illustrated, and Gaming Age. Every single one of them gave either a 9 out of 10, 9.5, or a 99 out of 100. Mm-hmm. So let's just take one of the 100s, for example. Fandom gave it 100 out of 100. So I'd be very curious to see what other games they reviewed and what numbers they gave. Like, do they give anyone a 1 out of 100? And if so, why is this game so much better than that 1 out of 100 game? It's just, There's no credibility behind it. It's just fucking numbers.
I followed Game Informer.
It means
I
nothing.
followed Game Informer since like the beginning of their like newspaper establishment or whatever, and they really pick and choose, and they don't really care. They just want to give a good review and make everything sound awesome.
Yeah, well, I mean, I feel like it's sort of in their interest to give a good review.
I mean, it's as credible as it's gonna get, but that's not even saying anything.
It's not credible at all. I would say, if you want to look at how a game is, I would say the only credibility is like reviews from people who bought the game, like Steam reviews. Those are pretty credible.
Yeah.
And then other than that, you're stuck with like watching the actual gameplay on YouTube, which is as credible as it gets because you're watching the game.
Yeah. I mean, that's the best way, right? To see if the game is actually good or not.
Yeah. I would love to pre-order Total War 3 Kingdoms. I just cannot justify any pre-order. I just don't trust any developers anymore. They need to make a game, and then I need overwhelming proof that they did a good job before I'll buy it.
Mm.
Like Total War Attila, for example. Supposed to be an amazing game. It followed Total War 2. Total War 2 was such a horrendous shit show. I'm so glad I didn't buy it. It was such a shit show that like single-handedly destroyed my faith in the company. And now even like years later, I know Attila is a good game. I've seen it played a million times. I've seen that it works well. And I still don't trust it. You know, they want $20 for it right now. I'm like, I would love to play it, but I don't feel like I can justify giving them my money.
Here, which one is it? I want to give like a completely objective, not objectified, bias-free opinion on it.
What game?
Total War. Which one? Attila, you said?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Attila. Actually, look up 3 Kingdoms. That's the one that I'm actually interested in.
$59.99. That's a lot to drop on a game. I dropped...
For 3 Kingdoms? Yeah, it's not even out yet.
Oh, damn. Okay, let's see.
Oh, shit. Is this Impossible Creatures? No way. They have Impossible Creatures on Steam now?
Is that I don't know what that is.
Dude, I played this when I was a little kid, man. Okay, so here's the story of Impossible Creatures. I'll just read the thing to you. Impossible Creatures is a 3D RTS game that pits the player against an evil villain. Using Earth's most formidable animals as building blocks, the player must create an army of genetically altered mutant monsters in the titanic struggle to protect the unsuspecting world. So it's like a new take on the classic RTS. So you start the game with a hunter, and he goes out and he tranquilizes animals and gets their DNA and then brings them back to a laboratory, and you splice the different animals together, the different parts. You can have like a shark tiger or some shit like that. And then you make armies of these animal hybrids and you fight in real-time strategy game.
Sounds actually really cool.
It was fucking awesome. It's so underrated.
It's a good,
So what do you think of Total War?
I'm just watching the cinematic, and it's clean, man. It's well done as far as the cinematic.
Oh, well, of course, the cinematic's always going to be perfect.
And there's, like, screenshots.
But we know that the cinematics don't mean shit anymore.
Yeah.
Dude, there's a whole YouTube channel that just compares side by side with what the game actually looks like when you're playing it and what the game looked like when it was advertised.
Oh, yeah, that's... I see that a lot. They did that.
Yeah.
They did that with Anthem.
I feel like that really says a lot about how little we as gamers trust developers at this point.
Mm. That's like, it's like they won't care. They're like, that's horrible. I don't know. Never bite the hand that feeds you guys. The fucking to the companies. We're the customers. You're supposed to do the customers good.
Yeah, man, I think that they've kind of abandoned that. You know what they've done? They gave up on the mass. What's the word? They're not trying to make everyone happy anymore. They're just trying to they're trying to
Yeah.
cater. What the fuck am I talking about? They're trying to cater to the people who will pay the
Hmm.
most.
Fan based marketing or whatever. Very niche.
I have no idea
I
what
don't
that
know,
means,
like
but I'm
nichey.
talking about like when it comes to microtransactions, some fools will drop $200 on a garbage game like Clash of Clans or
Hmm.
$1,000. And when one asshole will drop $1,000 on Clash of Clans, you need way less assholes to play your game in order to still make the same amount of money.
Yep.
Assholes.
Only spent 500, so it's okay.
Yeah, I know you spent money on that bullshit. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Oh yeah, this game is free. Ring of Elysium.
Ring of Elysium, what's that?
It's a freaking battle royale game like Fortnite, but it's for PC.
Yeah. Another Battle Royale game is just what we need.
There's not that many out there. There's like Fortnite apparently started out on PC. Now it's Ring of Elysium, and then there's Apex and Fortnite on consoles. I don't know if Apex is on Xbox though. Um,
Apex
yeah,
Legends, right? Hmm.
it's fun, but that's probably just because
Doubt it.
you got to get really into it. Um,
How into it?
like y-
Like so fucking
you
into it,
gotta
bro.
no, I mean like you gotta dedicate some time to get used to it, or you won't like it because you're just gonna be jumping off the plane right in the first battle and not knowing what to do. So it's like you gotta. There's a small little learning curve, I'd say. Um, but if you can't play Apex Legend, how can you strive to be a legend, Brian?
I guess I can't. I guess I'm just not meant to be a
Uh,
legend. Sounds like that's the case.
You can be that alpha, but you can't be that Apex Legend. I don't know. Uh Going back to the amount of video games that we play. Like Apex, it's fun. 30 minutes, like 15, 20 minutes each match. It's I can log in real quick, play a game or two, three, be done with it, and start my day. That's what kind of game do you think is that like fits that?
I do. I use GTA for that. I play GTA 5, and I just get on, drive around for like half an hour, and then get off. It's it's literally for me. It's worth owning just for that. I honestly think that GTA is one of the funnest driving experiences in games.
Do you follow the speed limit?
Fuck yeah. Hard. And if anybody cuts me off, I get hella road rage and I fucking shoot him in the face.
Uh, I remember doing that one time, and there were people just looking at me. Are you seriously following the speed limit in GTA? Well, yeah, man. Safety first. Oh yeah, risk of rain. I don't know. It's pretty cool. There's a lot of um it's huge apparently. It's like big open world setup over there. Uh,
Well, shit, maybe we should get it.
how much is it?
It's like $10 for me over here.
Um, another video game to see if it's good or not. Remember Zomboid? We don't talk about Zomboid ever.
Yeah, right. Dude, the thing is, it just has so much potential. Project
I feel
Zomboid.
like it's just one guy coding that whole game.
Well, many games are like that. Like Ymir is like that, and I really want Ymir to be good. It's just like, did you look into Ymir?
How do you spell that?
Ymir. It just recently released, just like I don't know, 2 weeks
It's like
ago.
some pig.
Like it's pig humans, like pig men. It's
Boars.
basically it's basically a simulation game where you get to decide a few things that happen in your society.
Mm-hmm.
And then the society sort of grows organically around your decisions like taxation and things like that. And there's like real-time strategy battles and stuff like that, and armies and whatnot.
Ooh.
And it sounds like it has so much potential, but again, and this is just one guy coding.
Really?
Yeah, but it does sound like it has a lot of bugs because it is just one guy coding, and so it's hard for me to justify buying it now.
Mostly positive reviews, and it's 35 bucks.
Oh, it's $35 for you, dude? Shit. It's only 15 here. Fuck, I would not pay 35 for this, even if it was bugless. Fuck that.
What about what is it? Dwarven barracks or something? Dwarven bunkers?
Dwarf Fortress.
Dwarf Fortress, yeah. Why don't you ever get into that?
Because it looks like too much. Like, Eve Online?
Yeah.
Like, you know how Eve is just too much of a game. It's too much game. I can't handle it.
Yeah.
It's too much of a commitment. It's almost like classic WoW in the sense that you need to prepare for it. You need to prepare your life to deal with how destructive this game is going to be. And I think that's what it is. It will require so much time, so much effort, so much, everything. I can't justify it.
Yeah, I had that same feeling playing the live version of World of Warcraft a couple days ago, and I only had to do like some world quests and like some dungeons. I was like, too much to do.
Wait, what'd you play?
World quests and like dungeons.
No, what
World of
game?
Warcraft.
Oh, BFA,
Yeah,
right?
BFA.
Oh, okay. For some reason, I thought you were talking about like a classic demo or something like that.
No. Classic, it's cut down to the core. I think I'll be good with it.
I was just watching some tips out videos, and it sounds like they're really going way out of their way, further than anyone expected them to make sure that the game is as legitimate as they can make it.
As legitimate?
Yeah, as legitimately
classic
the
version.
Classic experience.
Okay.
Like, he was talking about something called spell batching, and I didn't know this. But apparently in classic WoW, and I vaguely remember it actually though, there was a window of time about 400 milliseconds after somebody cast a spell or an ability where you could also, if you casted a spell or ability that finished within that 400 milliseconds, both abilities went off successfully. So like, I'll give you an example. If there's two warriors and one charges the other one, if the other one hits charge as well within that 400-second window, they'll both charge and go right past each other to the other person's original locations. And so it works with like polymorphs and stuff like that, where you can like sheep someone, but they can charge you, and then like you're stunned from the charge, but they're sheeped.
Are they keeping that spell batching?
Yep, that's from Classic, and they're making sure that's from Vanilla, and they're making sure it's in Classic. So this seems like a lot of effort to make sure it's the legitimate game, which is a good thing. It's really good news. I'm glad to hear that they're going out of their way to give us the real experience.
Well, I remember following Swifty in Vanilla, and I think he used glitches like that to beat mages. I don't want to say.
Well, it wasn't a glitch. It was a fundamental part of the meta of the strategy, because they still have it in BFA in current WoW, but instead of 400 milliseconds, it's like 5 milliseconds or something like that. I forget what Tips said. I think he said 5, and so you can't time it anymore. It's like impossible to time. It just has to be complete luck. Whereas back in the vanilla day, you could time it, and it could be a part of your strategy. You could use it offensively.
Interesting. That's like well thought out.
Yeah.
Like
the game Classic WoW was very well thought out. It was well planned. It seems like.
I'm just gonna wait to play it. Let's see how. What instantly popped into my head is just the talent trees. That's just gonna be fun.
Yeah, they're gonna have it in 1.12 talent trees, so right before TBC.
Yeah.
Which, I kind of do wish there was some progression, but I understand why they didn't do it. So it's a lot to ask for.
Is that because of the world events and stuff? That's why.
Yeah, I wish they had progression to make the world events better, like more reason to do them. Because all the talents and stuff are releasing at 1.12, and all the class abilities and everything like that. And so many of the classes had changed multiple times to resemble very little of what they used to resemble in 2004 when WoW launched. By the time you got to 1.12, lots of classes were radically different, is the point I'm trying to make. And so right when WoW launched, we had Molten Core. And so going into Molten Core with 40 men in the 1.12 patch abilities, most likely people would just obliterate Molten Core.
And
which is obviously not the vanilla experience, but it is what it is. I'm going to be happy as long as they force community onto us. No BattleNet integration. No looking for group or looking for raid. None of that stuff. Nothing that forces people together without them having to go, physically interact with each other. Does that make sense? I'm struggling to put words together.
I want the game to be as antisocial as possible. No, not antisocial.
Well,
but
back then, if you didn't accept being social, you could be antisocial. Like a lot of PvPers were, like myself. And you got the legitimate antisocial experience. You literally were alone. Because there was no LFG, LFR, and so you would just be alone. And I would every now and then accidentally stumble into some raid or dungeon, low-level raid or dungeon.
And try to beat it yourself.
And no, I would be going there with like a bunch of randos, or I would join a guild for like a week and then it would collapse. That was always the pattern. And That was really fun to me. It was fun, sort of being removed. It sort of felt like I was removed.
It was more open worldy kind of thing. It's like gives it more. Let's see. It's more satisfying. It's like, oh, you have to spend the effort and find people to actually conquer this dungeon instead of just being in like a.
Exactly. It was so much more satisfying.
Yeah, I agree. That
So much
yeah.
more.
And for they should bring it back like that. I mean, if it's just LFR, it's just grindy. It's just.
It is. Well, that's all it is, a grind. You know?
Yeah. I'm not looking forward to the grind anymore. We've done that too many times.
Yeah. I completely agree. Dude, how fucking common, like how many people are going to be... Sorry. I'm just fucking dry throat. How many people are going to be streaming?
Oh my god.
Classic.
People that...
The Twitch is going to be outrageous.
People that don't know anything about World of Warcraft. And I read this on Trade Chat, and they're like, oh my god. I mean, they could have been joking, but it's like, oh my god, you've been playing since it first came out in 2011? And it's all the Cataclysm babies that just like bought it when it was on sale or whatever when Cataclysm came out. It was just that expansion though. It was hilarious.
Super gross.
I can't believe I'm still playing a game for 12 years. Dude,
more than you keep saying 12 years. Well, when did we start? 2006, right? Like the end of 2006.
7, 8, almost it's the 13th year.
So 13, yeah, 13.
Unlucky.
So yeah, you're actually pretty close.
Sorry, you cut off.
Yeah, but you're pretty close at the same time.
Yeah, I know, I counted. But
yeah. I'm excited about it though. Even if I play it and I come to the realization that I no longer enjoy it, it'll still be great to play. And it will give me something that I can justifiably Twitch stream.
Yeah. I'm gonna agree on that. I think it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be like, because it's only to level 60.
Oh god. Level 60 back then takes a lot longer than 120 today. There's a fucking YouTube video of somebody doing 1 to 100, I think, in like 3 hours, couple hours.
I read the patch notes. They just decreased the required level from 1 to 100 by another 25%.
Oh, fantastic. It's basically just becoming a private server now. Where everyone's like, I want to level faster, so they just make you level faster. I want a machine gun, and they just add that into the DLC. I want a helicopter.
Sounds like just some hunter.
Only as long as you got $5. Yeah, right?
I want a cool helicopter.
Alright, we're at 35 minutes. You want to call this one? Alright, everybody. Thank you for listening. If you enjoy it, please sub up and stick around. Give a like, give us a comment down below, whether it's happy or sad or angry, or even if it's completely unrelated. Let us know what you're thinking.
Take care.